Well, some nice person decided to break some bottles in the middle of my road. Well, I got my new pivot arms, so we'll see how this camera angle looks. Still tilted down a little bit, just in case. Or glass, Jesus Christ. I swear someone just knows my riding path is setting up fucking glass booby traps for me or something. I think sometimes I'll take a corner like that and for some reason my back tire will feel low, but it's not. I don't think I reattached the flap on my pocket. I didn't. Well, I looked out, I was getting ready to leave, but there was nobody home, so I was locking everything up. And as I was leaving, my mom rolled in the driveway, so I didn't have to lock everything up. To talk about shoes, like for years and years and years I've worn Vans to ride bikes in. So I always ride platform pedals. I don't use I've used like the strap like toe clips, but I never have used like the actual clips built into the pedals. Shit, a dog tried to get me. There's a loose dog back there. And then for the longest time I had to wear Skechers because my edema in my legs was really bad from my knees down and I couldn't get my Vans on. But then like I was wearing the same pair of like blue Skechers for like 5 years because I make my shit last. And it was pretty much to the point where there were holes in the bottom of the shoes, and I said, well, I'll switch out to my other pair of Skechers that's kind of brand new. And when I went to put them on, one of my shoes was really warped because they were near my portable AC unit and the hose had popped off overnight. And the heat warped my shoe. So I woke up and wondered why my room was so hot when my AC was on. And then I went to put my shoes on later, and the sole had like shrunk in the middle and pulled away from the shoe. So like a brand new pair of shoes I wore like 4 times were now trash. But luckily I was like thinking, okay, crap, now I gotta go on Amazon and find some cheap shoes. And then I said, well, I have those Vans. Maybe they fit again. My feet aren't as swollen anymore. And luckily they did fit again. So I'm back in my Vans, which I prefer anyway because I have flat feet. And I've always felt really comfortable in Vans. I especially like about Vans is after a while, once the sole breaks in, you can actually feel the ground under you, so you can kind of grip the tread, use the tread and shit when you're walking. Glass everywhere, man. And pieces of wire. That's what I hate. Sometimes I'll get a flat tire from like pieces of wire from something, I don't know what, but it's not for brake pads. It's like cable wire. It's just on the side of the road. And I don't know if it's from them working on the power lines or the utility lines and there's just shit left over or what. And I'll be like, how did my tire go flat? And I look at it and there's this tiny little piece of bent up wire sticking out of my tire. I've run over paper clips. I guess like some kid thought it'd be funny to make like a caltrop out of a paper clip when you threw it on the side of the road, and I ended up running over it. And that gave me a flat tire. Screws. I've had whole bolts go through my tire, not like screws, but bolts, like, you know, flat threaded bolts. Of course, nails and glass and anything else. I don't think I've ever had like a piece of wood puncture my tire. I've had a piece of wood puncture me. I was riding up behind Cal State like probably 25 years ago, 26 years ago. And I was riding with a bunch of friends and I crashed into some like bamboo or something out there. And they're like, hey Larry, look down at your knee. And I'm like, what? And there's like a piece of it, like it pierced my knee like a nose piercing. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I had to yank that out. It like just pierced like the front of the skin. It was really weird. It didn't really even hurt. You gotta watch out, like in the bike lanes on the side of the road. If you see like little divots in the ground or little potholes or indentations, don't roll over them, because I've literally ridden over in this bike lane and hit those before, and picked up like screws and nails in my tire from someone who was getting work done on their house, and the workers were careless and just left their shit lying around, like their debris and stuff. First part of North Park here that I'm going up is like a really steady climb. Really got to start getting up earlier, especially now since it's getting darker earlier. And I got up at I was up to like probably 7 this morning, and then I ended up going to sleep and waking up at 1 in the afternoon. And it was just too warm for me to go for a ride at that time. It's freaking nice out here right now, though. little bit of a breeze. It's Sunday, so I'm probably going to have no problem cutting through the school today. There shouldn't be really any foot traffic. Another problem with me riding into the sun like this is it makes the road really shiny in front of me, so I can't tell if I'm running over glass or just like the minerals in the pavement. Back brakes are really weak for some reason. I just replaced the pads on them a few days ago. So hopefully this camera angle is working out. It looks like it is. Since I dropped it lower, I was able to tilt it back up a little bit. It's just a little bit pointed down like I mentioned, so should get a shot of the horizon. Hopefully the lower position may block out some of the sun too, or not allow as much of the sun to glare. I noticed my last ride yesterday, I had apparently touched the lens with a fingertip and it was like smudged in the corner. I'm still going to eventually upload the video, it's just smudged a little bit. It's no different than when you're watching a race or some shit and they get mud and water and crap in the lens. Except for theirs does tend to eventually go away. Mine's going to be there for the whole ride. I said mine's. Mine is. Oh man, I picked up some stickers. Where the hell those come from? Luckily, that part of the tire that's sticking in is like got a thorn strip in it, and I'm not gonna fuck with them until I get home, though. Obviously, it's the worst thing you can do is if you pick up a sticker to yank it out of your tire when you're riding. And that's how you get a flat. Especially if you don't have any protections in your tires like slime or strips or anything else. Oh, that one fell out, so it mustn't have been in there very far. It's not going flat or anything, so the other one just fell out. Actually, the one that just fell out I was more worried about because it was more to the side of the tire. Hopefully it just broke off and left the sticker in there, though. I have no idea where I picked those up. I didn't ride by any weeds or anything, so... Kind of picking the tire up and putting it down to make sure I'm not losing pressure. What did I just see? I swore I saw an e-bike over there. I've seen things. sticker's still in there. Shit, I just didn't see it. And to the stop sign police that post in my comments, the one that I seem to get, since I haven't restricted the comments, apparently I'm getting all the people that have been banned from other people's comment sections. Let you know, you can comment all you want. I'm going to probably stop replying to you. I'll just heart your comment out of spite, I guess. So, have fun with that. The best way to respond to anger is to smile at people, because then they just get more pissed off and it becomes more funny. Something you learn in the service industry when you're servicing people. But that didn't sound right. I don't service people. I mean, like when you make food for them or bring up their orders and shit. No matter how pissed they are, just keep smiling at them. Like, and you can make it kind of sarcastic with them, like you're mocking them, but they can't fault you for smiling at them. And then you're like, what? Why are you making fun of the way I smile? I'm not mocking you. Well, I have a disability. That's how my face works. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Stuff with the quads and the... Okay, that's interesting. Tire's still holding there. Guess I'm going to go back the way I came. those cars were parked somewhat haphazardly. What's funny about me, or not me, but around this area is like people lower their cars, but then they leave their house. They have to park their car out in the street in front of their house, and they have this really tall curb. And you're like, why did you lower your freaking car if you have to get out at a really tall curb? So what do? They park in the bike lane and block the bike lane so that they can get out of their car. Their passengers can get out. And it's like, a little forethought would have helped there. Most interesting smell over here. It's like almost fruity, but like it smells kind of like a laundromat, but there isn't one around here. It's kind of confusing. Kind of smells like the feeling, the smell when you go into like an ethnic shop, like an Indian, like Indian-owned store, and they have the spices and stuff in there. But then the smell starts to mix with like the chemical cleaners they use and the chemical cleaners they sell. Kind of like a sweet but kind of noxious odor that they don't notice because they've been in there and they've gotten used to it, but you definitely notice it when you go in there. Kind of almost smells like a funky smell of urinal cake. Seriously? Fuck, dude. I fucking knew that guy was gonna turn. I don't know how, but I knew that fucking guy was gonna turn, and he just like starts going. There is my asshole of the day. And hell, if he had signaled like far away and let me know, I would have slowed down and let him go. I would have had no problem. But like, dude, start turning into me. Well, if I'm going to be getting stickers in my tire, I guess I'm not going to be riding east on North Park for that first part anymore. I have that same smell again. What the hell is that? One thing about riding a bike all the time, your senses become way more aware. Your hearing, your eyesight, your sense of smell, your sense of like taste, technically, if you smell something strong enough. You can feel the temperature changing in the air a lot more sensitively, I guess. I don't know if that's the proper way to describe that. More sensitive to your surroundings. Technically, he could have gone and just got in between the islands and waited. He had plenty of time. He or she or whatever. And I saw him, so I started to slow down. Well, I'm supposed to be getting some more Amazon gift card money from a survey thing I did, so I think I'm going to buy some sunglasses, finally. Yeah, now that winter's going to be here and it's not going to be as sunny, most likely, I'm now going to buy sunglasses. Not winter, fall, then winter. Cloudy times are coming. Hopefully cloudy times are coming. What do you bet this Mustang? It's a pretty good possibility. The 50-50 chance he's going to try to shoot in front of me. I lucked out. Round up my luck on that one. Oh, Dusty right there. Oh, that's why I saw Dusty right there. That got in my mouth. So, has anybody ever eaten a bug when you're riding a bike? I don't think I actually ever have. At least as far as I remember, but I'm 46 years old, so it may have very well happened and I just forgot. What does that same smell? It must be a plant. It smells like that. It's like soapy. I think what you should do if like your kids want to set up Halloween decorations kind of early, do a little bit at a time for like maybe the first couple weeks of October or the end of September and then into October. That way they can kind of keep doing a little bit every day. Kind of like opening up an advent calendar for Christmas. And they can like put all the different costumes or different decoration items, names in a hat. Then have the kids like pull a name out and then that's what they get to set up. That's just something that's required for an adult to do. That sounds like an interesting idea. I remember back when I was a kid, I'd helped my dad hang up the Christmas lights around the eaves of the house. And after a while, he just kind of got smart and just left the wiring up there and just started pulling the bulbs out. And then eventually it went from me helping him to me putting the bulbs up by myself, which I didn't mind. He was capable of it. He started having a lot of his health problems so much later in life, other than he got cancer. I think he was in his 30s when he got cancer, but he obviously beat that. Yeah, I got cut off. I just didn't feel like yelling at him. Tonight I gotta go home and make the burritos I bought cheese for yesterday. I may or may not record it, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Basically what I do is I cook all my ingredients up and then I end up mixing up in this huge ass pot. Kind of like a pot you'd use to make stew or something in. And then I eat it like hot the first time, the tortillas. And then I just stick the pot in the fridge and I just eat cold burritos for like 4 or 5 days. And I use like soft aqua size tortilla shells, like the super soft ones. Like Mission or Guerrero. I can't roll my tongue. Anyways, and I just fold them over, especially when it's cold. All the meat and the beans and the cheese and the salsa and other stuff's nice and solidified, so you can technically just smear it in the tortilla and then add some more sour cream, a little bit more cheese, and some more salsa, and just eat it like a soft taco. It's really handy. Another thing I like to make during the summer when it's hot. Or even like right now when it's fighting against becoming cold. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. I was like, that guy was going to say something to me, and I stopped, and he didn't. So I'm like, I don't know what that was all about. The thing is, I like riding this time of day because it's nice and cool out. It's just the sun glare. And of course, if I get sunglasses, that'll solve the problem for me, but it's not going to solve the problem for anybody watching my videos. Again, I probably am eventually going to have to get a GoPro. I think they have auto exposure adjustment or something. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Yeah. Feet falling asleep. My toes. That's the neighbor dude mowing my mom's yard. I used to mow the yard. Well, that's the end of my ride. Thank you for riding along. If you can, please like and subscribe and comment so we can chat about my ride. Have a very nice day. Thanks for riding along.